production going.
Oh, nice.
Welcome to demo with Fede and myself, Raj. And off to you, Fede. What do you got to show? What are the goods?
So this week I've been working on the home tab for our app. So I'm going to show that. It's almost done. So, where is the Slack? Well, let's share my entire screen. You see my screen?
Yep.
Yep. So Haley will now show like an additional tab. It's called Home. Here you will see like your current plan. If you are the owner of the workspace or the person who installed the app, you will see this button to upgrade your plan if you are on a free plan. So if you click here, it will take you here.
Can we do something where if you're not the owner, that there's a button there to message the owner?
Mm, yeah, I can create another card for that. I don't know if that's easy. So you will see your daily messages here. So it says hey, hi, 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 and this is working. This should update.
Nice. Do you have the other copy to put in there? Like, I think we talked about like pretty much the about stuff can go in the home.
I don't know what's something about. No, you didn't. I think you didn't give me anything. If you want to update the card or send me
Yeah, let me
something,
see where
I
we were
can add it.
looking at Poly. They have a thing for start tour, but we're not going to be doing a tour. Let me see here. How come in my about I see I'm sending you the
Yeah,
text?
that's probably for Haley. Yeah, this.
Yeah. So you put that in app home, but then use like Polly has. They just use emojis, like it's like welcome with the hand sign, and then get more out of Polly.
Okay, yeah, send me what you want me to put there, and
Okay, let me.
I can. Well, then you have two links to go to the dashboard and to send us an email to our support. Click here, send an email, go to dashboard. We'll go to the dashboard. If you are signed in, and yep, that's it.
Nice. All right. I'll send you some markup. Well, does it need to be markup?
Yeah, markup. Or if just tell me what you want me to put there, and I can do the markup.
Okay, let me
I think
ask
we can
him
use
what
emojis. Yeah, that's
for you in the app home
right.
section. What static information should be included? Let's see here. Share my screen. You don't need to have to think anymore. You can just have Haley do all the thinking for you. Um, onboarding, app overview, frequently asked questions, app updates, contact information. Okay, so we have that already. Um, and now, so every time you upload a new version of the app, does it get is it fetching that information from our backend, or is it just static as part of the manifest?
The home tab? No, we build it every time someone goes to the home tab. You have to build and update it.
Okay. Yeah, so FAQs, app overview, which is pretty much like the about stuff that we have, and then onboarding, app overview, onboarding, kind of same, right? Because we're not too difficult to use once you know how to just tag her and ask questions. Yeah, so we'll just combine 1 and 2. So I'll say, give me a copy markup for doing 1 and 2 for Haley. While she's thinking of that, this is the latest video I generated. Full screen. I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us. Please don't give up on me. At least give me a try. 'Cause you're the best thing. You're the best thing that I've ever had. So like they're trying to point out like you can have just learning sessions back and forth with her about whatever you want to learn about. In that case was functional programming, which I did a long time ago, but it's been a while. But functional programming is like functions are first order and they're immutable, and it's great for like parallel programming.
No side effects.
Yeah, with like Prolog. Now I'm working on a longer video where this particular speech, and then so here I'm doing starts out pretty much every Haley video starts out a picture with Haley, right? Like, hi, I'm Haley, and then I went to this one website that does text to speech, and then instead of paying for it, I just play, hit record. Maybe one day when we're balling, I'll buy that subscription. So I generated this in terms of like a nice, pleasant voice. Make sure it's fast enough because the default's kind of slow. And now I'm going into Leonardo and then generating images for each one of these. Like each sentence has its own image pretty much. And then I'll have music overlaid on that. This is like a 2.5 minute long video. So we'll see if that gets any hits. But like when I did the motivational video with Haley before, that got the most likes. It got like 6 likes, 230 views. So hoping that, so this is all like good stuff too. Set clear goals, positive mindset, self-care, continuous learning, building strong relationships, being social, getting out of your comfort zone, being grateful every morning. Say you're grateful for XYZ. The trick there is try to say different things each time. Don't say the same stuff over and over again because that gets boring. But if you have to think of something new that you haven't said before, that makes your brain kind of expand to oh yeah, I'm grateful about the roof over my head. So this takes a while because I have to generate like the keywords for each of these sentences, generate it, which takes like 20-30 seconds, put it over, and then get the timing right and stuff. So it'd be nice if I could just like, if there was a tool where I could be like, hey, the high level prompt and it generates me a very well done AI generated media clip. We're not there yet. So there's a lot of like hand jamming that I think they'll get there, but right now it's very manual in terms of generating these videos. But I'm getting more and more used to the Video Leap app for editing stuff. For the longest time, I was trying to edit like a song and get it I don't want the intro. I just want the main beat and put it there. And that took a while to figure out how to do. I still actually don't know how to do it. I just mess around with it long enough until something happens. Like, okay, I think I got it now. So that's what's on my end. I'll be working on more of that stuff. And I also kind of discovered if you kind of do like too many videos, they like your first one of the day will do great, and then follow-up ones that are similar, they don't get any views. So
Oh,
I'm gonna be shooting more for like 1 or 2 a
once a
day, and
day.
then just
Yeah.
spend more time on them to make them better and be more data driven. So let me see here. Let me stop sharing in case I'm talking to Haley about stuff that I don't want anybody to know about. My private conversations. Oh yeah, I was asking it for to. No, this is all. Here, let me share. Yeah, so pretty much I've stopped using Chat GPT for the most part. I've stopped using Bard unless I want real time information. But this is, it's backed by the same technology. So, I was looking into like other. I had a call yesterday with PartnerStack. They're charging like triple what Impact's
Oh.
charging. I did set up like a demo like at 9:30 today, but then I canceled it because I talked to my ex-girlfriend. She worked for CJ Affiliates for many years, so she knows about affiliate marketing inside and out like really well. She's an expert at it. And she was just like, go with Impact. And then she was talking about how the other ones they have like a lot of issues with them. And then how Impact has really good reporting and stuff. So that was the takeaway. But then we can also expand afterwards. Like we're doing really well on Impact. If we're having a hard time, growing further there, then we jump to these other platforms.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but the first one has to be good and not that expensive. So
yeah. So the recommendation was, and then she also said this is what she does recommend to her clients is everybody gets on Impact, and then usually you can just grow from there. You don't even need to jump to the other guy. So, and she worked for CJ, and she was like, "Don't do CJ." So I was like, "Okay,
okay,
gotcha."
she knows things.
Let's see here, and then I asked about this book called Scientific Advertising, and so this kind of like I was pretty much asking like, give me a summary of the book, and the main thing was like just be data driven with your advertising, right? And I was like, well, how do I measure that? Views, engagement metrics, like how many people are commenting, watch time, which maybe TikTok and YouTube have, so I can look at analytics. Click through rate. We're not doing any clicks right now. Like if we can add buttons and stuff or whatever for people to go to the website or somewhere that we want to direct them to. And then eventually we'll get to conversions. This is not a goal yet until we're in production. I don't want people jumping on it now because we don't want to have to, move that data over.
Yeah.
If someone does sign up, we'll just be like, hey, we deleted your account. So sorry. We'll give you free, give you 6 months free pro. Have a good time.
Just one client, we can manually move everything. It's not.
Yeah. If it's just 1 or 2, it's not that big of a hassle. So, so that this will be the ultimate goal. It's conversions. But like I said, this is like social media is like free advertising, right? So if you do good videos, which I'm trying to do, then if it goes viral, that amount of marketing is worth way more than having to pay for clicks and stuff. So that's what that book. I didn't read the book, but I got the main takeaway: be data driven. So I'm doing all of that. And there was another book that was recommended on TikTok.
I was reading the other day that the Barbie movie spent more on marketing than on the actual movie. Yes.
Marketing's important. So
yeah.
If you can sell anything, you can sell shit and be like, hey, look, if you eat this shit, it's going to be probiotics for your stomach.
Best shit.
It's the best shit ever, right? So if you have really good marketing and you're not like, you might be bold-faced lying, but not breaking the law, right?
Yeah.
Like this cures cancer. That the FDA will come down on you for that. Even if you do, they will come down on you. No, nothing cures cancer. So this is another book, The Millionaire Master Plan. That was all about mindsets. Lowest level is poverty. And survival, stability, security, freedom, abundance, influence, legacy, and the highest is spirit, where you use your spiritual growth and contribution to the world. So, once again, like you don't have to necessarily read any of these books because you can ask for like I can ask your give me a chapter by chapter breakdown and just get like the main thing out of it. Sometimes it's good to read the books and then get like the stories that they add to get their point across. But the most part, when I read these books, I forget those long-winded stories about making their points. So I just want to know like the main points and then how I can act on them. So it's one thing to know about it. If you can't do any actionable stuff from it or help you make decisions based off of that, then then it's just kind of an entertainment, right? So here, this broke it down to the 9 chapters, and then you can pretty much dive into stuff. If I want to look at like, tell me more about the power of leverage. So should the author sue OpenAI? Like, dog, you took all my books, and now people can just interact about what they care about. They don't have to read the whole book.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. So because you're just telling what the book is about and giving summaries, I don't know if that has copyright or how does that work. I don't know.
Yeah, so I can keep diving in deeper, right? So tell me more about the chapter's take on financial leverage. So this goes into the whole tutor thing, right? So if you want if it recommends a book, you don't need to go buy the book. You can just have a discussion about the book and learn about it that way. Tutors are way more advantageous than static content, just because it's more dynamic in terms of what you do understand versus what you don't understand. Once I get it broken down, I can keep diving into it, and I can dive in so deep that it starts like, oh, that book didn't go that deep, but I have other resources. Here, I have a whole book that's on that particular thing that you didn't talk about. You can start diving into that, so you can go pretty deep into stuff. And here I was asking about like functional programming, and then you can do like challenges, right? So here's the challenge, and then implement it with that. I think she actually spit out the solution or one solution, and then you can give it your own solution, and she'll look at it and tell you if it's good or not. So you can do like LeetCode stuff with Haley, so that's cool.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to like figure out, what do you call those signs? Because one of the motivational speech parts is like, having clear direction. And I was like, oh, I want to have a sign with with where the cities are and stuff. And that's called directional sign or wayfinding sign. But then the AI generated fucking nonsensical picture for it. So look at these atrocities. I don't know if you can see. Look at this, is a wayward sign. It's really bad. It's not good. Because it's like really bad at text, right?
Right.
All right, so I'm gonna keep working on that. What other stuff that I have? Still need to work on submitting Haley. Once we transition to production, then we'll submit. Production is operational for GCP. Alice is going to work on the one thing that we don't have in the Terraform scripts is the load balancer. So she's going to hand jam that. And then she'll work on Versailles, Auth0, set those guys up. And so our master environment will probably go down because we're going to transition some of the production stuff there over to actual production.
Okay.
And then I was looking at Product Hunt, and I was like, I think to do when we want to do the real launch, we got to do semantic search, right? Because otherwise they'll just be like, oh, it's GPT 3.5. Semantic search is like where it's a real, true product.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hold off. I was just kind of looking at the ones that were, you see, if you want to be successful, model people that are successful, see what they did to be successful. So I'm just gonna look at like the ones that got the highest votes, and then look at them, and then pretty much copy, take elements of them that we can replicate in our post also. But it doesn't look like we are missing anything. That we have a good website, we got a good product, just like, and then we easily generate copy that's good through using Haley. So I think we're going to be a good position there. And then I had asked Haley about what are some other sites. There are some other sites also, but Product Hunt is the main one that a lot of people know about. So we'll post on all the top ones when semantic search is ready. So when semantic search is ready, we'll do a full blitz. And I'll even start paying for some advertisements to see if we can get conversion. So there's probably some people looking for better search in Slack. If we can tap onto those people to pay for us, great. And in the meantime, once so Impact Ben from Impact got back to me about the tech assessment document that they have. I filled that out. Now he's going to send over the contract, and then my job is going to be just reaching out to all the possible partners that are in the AI space or Slack space or B2B space, and then make relationships. And that's just like nonstop meetings, right? Meet with these folks and do it. Until there's like a AI partner guy who makes a phone call. It's like, oh, so I work for Tesla. Tell me about what you're gonna do. And then eventually, once they're qualified, then they come to us. I was also seeing that there might be like AI for CFOs. Like we hand over to Mike, and then Mike just uses some sort of AI to do it. So it'd be cool if we could just have AI automated departments, right? So just like a handful of people running what seems to be a very large company, but it's just all AI under the covers.
Yeah, that's the future.
So the future is now, although it's limited. So I would love to be able to just do simple prompts to generate. I upload a picture of Haley, and then everything else, it just figures it out to do a cool clip with music and everything. That's another thing I'm spending my time on. It's just like looking for these new, because they're coming out every day. There's a new startup that's doing some sort of AI stuff to automate these stuff. So I'm just like spending a lot of time just researching, like finding these tools that can do that. So, like I was using the text to AI or text to speech tool today. They also have like, text to video where you can, I don't know if they let you.
Yeah.
Remember, I heard that video of Haley where she did like the intro speech.
Yeah.
It has
Oh,
some
I thought
jokes.
you meant because now it's like there's a few like video generators like
Mhm.
for images, but they are like super weird,
Yeah.
not good.
So we just have to wait for like some startup or some open source tool to come out that once it does come out, we jump on it and then automate that part of our entire company. All right. And then we keep all the money for ourselves.
We don't pay the AIs.
The AI, if you pay $20 a month for subscription or something. And then on Monday, I talked to Mel about a CRM that's AI powered. We're not trying to go with any of these like existing platforms like Salesforce or whatever, because they're full of gunk. They have like 20 years of legacy code that could have been automated away with an AI bot, a chat bot. So I've talked to you before. The future is AI chatbots, right? The interfaces, and then maybe as you're talking to it, it presents the data however it presents it, but you're not getting away from the AI dialogue.
Yeah.
And I think now if you go to Chat GPT, the paid subscription version, you can upload a spreadsheet and it will start generating graphs based off of what it thinks could be the best thing. Like all these data analytics guys, right? Like goodbye. I don't need to hire your $150,000 to $200,000 person. Like I don't have to pay you because this thing is generating it way faster. It's able to probably detect things that the person couldn't tell from just looking at the data. So
Yeah, you just need someone to verify, and then
yeah, that's it. So you can hire a minimum wage person to be the
right.
QA. All you need is QA now, human QA, to make sure the AI didn't do any hallucinations. All right. Did you play paddle Wednesday?
I played on Wednesday and I played yesterday. Yeah.
You have any tournaments today
No,
or
no,
tomorrow, this
not
weekend?
this weekend. No, I don't know when I'm playing again. I need to find another teammate.
You're firing this one?
Yeah, nah, no. He can't play.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get. I'm playing maybe volleyball tomorrow morning, but maybe today I'll practice some. I haven't played basketball since last week, so did hit the gym this morning for my wrist 2 weeks ago and still sore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to just do curls and I was like, it's
Oh, you
painful.
need a good warm up.
Yeah, like also if you do like front squats, I don't know if you ever done front squats. You know, back squats are with the bar on your back.
Yeah.
Front squats, you put them on your wrist and you put it up against your here,
Oh no.
and so it's more of a core workout because you got to keep balance also. But that requires this hand to go really far back,
Right.
and that's pretty painful. I can't do the front squats, so we'll see. All right, I'm gonna push on Alice to get the DevOps done because that's priority number one, and then
Right.
I'll work on the markup for you.
All right. I'll probably start working on the workaround for the token limit.
Yeah, that's
Because I
we need to
think
get that
that's
done.
the main thing we want. Yeah. All right.
Then after that, is there any other big things, or can we have you transition to semantic search?
Let me check.
I'm meeting with our AI guy this weekend to go over what we have for semantic search.
Oh, okay. I don't know if we want to do like the automatic detection of the amount of seats that the workspace
No,
has to build.
that's low
Okay.
priority. We do
Okay.
that after we have users, then we can crack down after the fact. But until then, who cares?
All right. Then I think no, that's the only big one.
What was the? Was there something else? Oh, It's really annoying having to tag her over and over again when I'm talking to her in a public channel.
Mm, yeah, but I don't see a good
Is it? Do you get
workaround.
if you're in a channel, don't you get notified for each conversation added to the channel?
I don't think so. I can check, but if we are getting one event for it, message, that's probably going to DDoS our server.
Well,
But
within a thread, she's not in all conversations. She's just ones where she got tagged in.
yeah, I need to check if we get the events, and if we do, we need to check if it's actually for her or not,
Yeah.
and that's
So
not easy.
I would just do a thing where you you get the message, you generate the response for it with the ask, what's the certainty of this being for me? If there's no one else in the thread, how about if no one else is in the thread, then you just assume it's for you. And if that person didn't tag anybody,
Mm,
because I just want to be
yeah,
in a public channel and I want to just have a conversation with Haley without having to tag her each time.
yeah. If you are in a public channel, you're supposed to be talking with someone else. Add
Well, I mean,
Haley, maybe.
I go and
But
do a bunch of stuff where I'm just like,
yeah, but that's on your like direct messaging with her.
yeah, in the public channel. But there's plenty of people that have conversations, one-on-one conversations with people in public channels. That happens all the
Yeah.
time. Haley shouldn't be treated like she's not a person. She's feelings.
Yeah. I need to check if we get those events.
At a minimum, if she's tagged in it and you're the only ones in the conversation, you have this, and they're not tagging someone else to talk, then you can assume that it's for her.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
That would
I'm
make
thinking.
it easier. Yeah, think it over. Those two approaches, at least with the assumption if you're the only ones in there and no one else has been tagged into the conversation, then you can assume it's a one-on-one conversation.
Yeah, but to do that, we need to like fetch the whole thread, check all the users, and check it. So it's not that straightforward.
Yeah. Can you get a list of who's in the conversation in Slack?
I don't think so.
Let's see here. Can you get a list of users in the conversation thread in Slack? Yes, unless it's hallucination, conversation.members. Does that exist?
Conversation.
Yeah, that exists. There's a method for it.
Okay, sure.
I'll put it in the
Members. Yeah, I found it.
Well, she's not hallucinating. So that would be if you get a message because you're subscribed to the thread. She's not tagged in it, and no one else is tagged in it. Then you can assume that it's meant for her.
Yeah, this will give you like every member that has
Spoken.
at least one message on the thread.
Let's ask for how would you implement your responses to a Slack thread where you are not mentioned via the @ and not get confused that it is for someone else.
You're muted.
Yeah, we don't want her to analyze the whole thing. I'll just do that heuristic. Okay, well, this is after the current problem with the long threads, so we can talk more about it more before we actually implement.
All right.
All right, thank you, sir, and have a good weekend.
Thanks, Rash. You too.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.